What's up, everybody? Welcome to Dante's Boxing Nation. This is AK. Go ahead, visit AskKickIt.com and subscribe below while you at it, and let's get straight to it. So the latest reports when it comes to Errol Spence is that he's getting paid $3.5 million for his next fight, maybe against Lamont Pearson, if Lamont Pearson actually takes the fight, because we all know people are turning down the Errol Spence fight left and right for good reasons, because they don't want to be the next man down. Now, Errol Spence, he's the most feared fighter at 147 at this point. He's the most entertaining fighter at 147. I think he holds the highest records as far as views for a fight, because the Bundu fight did 6+ million views. And the fight right after that, he fought Kell Brook in his own hometown with 30,000 fans screaming against him, and he knocked out Kell Brook, which that was a huge statement. Now he's one of the highest paid welterweights, so there should be no reason whatsoever for you to duck the man no more. Danny Garcia and a lot of other fighters always pull out he need to build his name. But why would he need to build his name now if he's a champion and you're not? If you use the excuse of, you don't bring enough money, but he's getting paid more than you, or if the way people try to duck Rigondeaux, he ain't that exciting, even though he getting more knockouts than them. We can't say that about Errol, because he's the most entertaining fighter at 147 and one of the most entertaining fighters in the world, period. And he get the most knockouts at 147, and he pushes for the knockout, and you could tell. So now there's no such thing as ducking Errol no more. If you don't want to fight the man, you clearly ducking him. We know Keith Thurman is always, he was very vocal when he first came out. He was calling out everybody. And, I actually had a video of him saying he beats all the welterweights except the Floyd. And that's when Errol first turned pro. But I did say at the time, will he keep the same tone when he actually makes it? Because I remember, the difference when Keith Thurman was calling Floyd Mayweather name out. As far as popularity content goes, Floyd was way more popular. I'm talking about, they wasn't even on the same class, right? But him and Errol right now is about the same. Maybe Keith Thurman is a little more popular, but that's about it. And if anything, because Keith Thurman I think he got married. Congratulations to Keith Thurman, and he kind of been out for a little bit. Errol Spence is the hot topic now. But you don't see Keith Thurman jumping on Errol. He actually got asked before, would you keep that same energy when you actually become a champion? He said, yes. I would give actually a guy who on the come up like me a chance. And when Errol first called him out, and he said he needed, 2 years from now at least, 2017. 2017 is here. And now he's saying, well, we gotta wait. We don't know. Sound like Anthony Joshua to me, because he's saying we gotta wait till, maybe 2 fights from now. So he don't see the next fight or the fight after the tune-up. And he says that nobody knows. Come on, man. What do you mean nobody knows when y'all got the same manager? If you want that fight, Keith Thurman, you could tell I want that fight next. But not right. Of course he got to get the ring rust out of the way. But I'm talking about after that, he could fight Errol next and unify the division. He told Errol, go get a belt and we can unify. Errol got a belt, but nobody want to unify. Danny Garcia don't even want a belt no more. He don't even want to become a champion. Sean Porter wants the rematch with Keith Thurman and Danny Garcia, but you don't hear Errol Spence's name pop up nowhere. So at the end of the day, Errol can no longer be denied because he getting, like I said before, the most views. He actually becoming the most loved. Cause you can't hate on the man. He keep it real. The man keep it 100 when it comes to everything. He want to fight the best. He's very entertaining, very skillful, and he give it his all every time he step in the ring. So there's no reason for you to duck him, like I said, and you can't duck Errol at this point because he's the top draw and the top dog at 147. And I love the move that Al Heyman did, by actually paying Errol 3.5 million for his next fight, because now he's showing all the welterweights, hey, if you want, that's the bigger draw. Errol is the man at welterweight now. Like I always say, as long as you keep on winning, no matter what, you will get what you want. You know what I mean? Like, they can't deny you. No matter what, they can't say, oh, he haven't fought nobody, because he just beat Kell Brook. If you ask me who's the number one guy at 147, I used to always say it's Keith Thurman. But it sounds like Keith Thurman ain't ready for Errol Spence. If you number one, you don't got to get ready for number two. If y'all saying Errol's number two. And I actually had Keith Thurman number one and Errol number two. I was like, you know what? I give Keith Thurman his respect because, he had an injury whatsoever. He just beat Sean Porter, Danny Garcia. But Errol Spence beat Kell Brook, who beat Sean Porter when he was undefeated. And I know for a fact Kell Brook will have beat Danny Garcia. Well, at least that's my opinion, I should say. But at the end of the day, Errol Spence knocked Kell Brook out on some Golovkin status, but Kell Brook had to move up 2 weight divisions for that class, and they were on the same division when he fought Errol Spence. So he made a huge statement there, and with the way he was winning all his other fights against Bondu, against Algieri, in a fashion that nobody won, he got to be number one if the number one guy sound like he ain't ready for him. Errol Spence, he's screaming out free smoke to all the welterweights, and nobody wants to call him out, So at the end of the day, like I always say, if you want to get smarter by the minute, subscribe below. If you want to get dumber by the second, don't listen to these casual ass fans.